Welcome to English Easy Hub. Join us as we ignite the flames of your English learning journey together.
Please subscribe to watch and embark on your English learning journey. Don't miss out on the exciting content. In this dialogue, Simon, an English learner living in a non-English speaking country, seeks advice from his professor on how to improve his speaking skills. He expresses concerns about the lack of natural conversational practice and the challenges of engaging in real-life English interactions. The conversation covers various practical strategies, such as setting devices to English, joining online language exchange platforms, role-playing, and integrating English into daily activities. The professor provides detailed, actionable advice to help Simon create an immersive English environment and build confidence in his speaking abilities.
Hello, Professor. I've been working hard on my English, but I found it challenging to practice speaking in a non-English speaking country. Could you give me some advice on how to improve my speaking skills in such an environment?
Hi, Simon. That's a great question. Practicing English in a non-English speaking country can indeed be challenging, but there are several strategies you can use to create an immersive environment for yourself. One effective method is to integrate English into your daily life as much as possible. For instance, setting your phone, computer, and social media apps to English can help you think and interact in English more frequently. Have you tried any of these methods before?
Yes, I've changed the language settings on my devices. It's a good start, but I still struggle with actual conversations. I often feel like I'm missing the natural flow of dialogue that I would get if I were in an English-speaking country.
That's a common challenge. While setting your devices to English helps with passive exposure, active practice is crucial for developing conversational skills. One way to do this is by joining online language exchange communities or conversation clubs. These platforms allow you to engage with native speakers and other learners in real time, providing a more dynamic practice experience. Have you explored any of these options?
I've considered joining an online language exchange, but I'm not sure where to start. There are so many platforms out there, and I'm not sure which ones are the best or how to find a good conversation partner.
It can be overwhelming with so many options available. Some popular platforms include Tandem, HelloTalk, and Conversation Exchange. When choosing a platform, look for one that has a large user base and offers features like text, audio, and video chat. It's also helpful to find a partner who is serious about language exchange and has similar language goals. You might want to set up a regular schedule for your conversations to ensure consistent practice. What are your thoughts on setting up a structured schedule for language exchange?
A structured schedule sounds like a good idea. I think having a set time would help me stay committed. But sometimes, I worry about the quality of these interactions. How can I make sure that the conversations are productive and help me improve?
That's a valid concern. To make your conversations more productive, it's important to set clear goals and topics in advance. For example, you could focus on specific aspects of language, such as discussing current events, practicing job interview scenarios, or exploring cultural differences. Preparing a list of questions or topics beforehand can help steer the conversation and keep it engaging. Additionally, don't hesitate to ask for feedback on your grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. How do you usually prepare for conversations in English?
I usually go into them without much preparation, hoping that things will just flow naturally. But sometimes, it feels awkward, and I struggle to find things to talk about. Preparing topics sounds like a good strategy. How specific should I be with my topics?
Being specific with your topics can be quite beneficial. Instead of a broad topic like travel, you could narrow it down to something like describing a memorable trip or planning a vacation itinerary. This specificity not only helps you prepare relevant vocabulary, but also makes the conversation more focused and meaningful. You can also incorporate role-playing scenarios, such as practicing ordering food in a restaurant or discussing a project at work. Role-playing can help you practice real-life situations and build confidence. Have you tried role-playing exercises before?
Not really, but it sounds like a practical way to practice. I think it would help me feel more prepared for actual situations where I need to use English. Should I practice alone, or is it better to have a partner for role-playing?
Both approaches have their benefits. Practicing alone can help you rehearse specific phrases and scenarios, allowing you to build fluency and confidence. You could use a mirror or record yourself to observe your expressions and intonation. However, practicing with a partner adds the element of spontaneity and interaction, which is crucial for real-life communication. If you have a language exchange partner or a friend who speaks English, you can role-play different scenarios together and give each other feedback. How comfortable do you feel with the idea of role-playing with a partner?
It seems a bit intimidating, especially if I'm not confident in my speaking skills. But I can see how it would be helpful. Maybe starting with a friend would be less intimidating than with a stranger.
That's a good approach. Starting with a friend can help you ease into the practice without feeling too self-conscious. Remember, the goal is to practice and improve, not to be perfect from the start. As you gain confidence, you can expand your circle and even try role-playing with native speakers who might offer more nuanced feedback. Another useful technique is to record your role-playing sessions and review them later. This allows you to identify areas for improvement and track your progress over time. How do you usually assess your progress in English?
I mostly rely on how comfortable I feel when speaking, but I don't have a formal way of tracking my progress. I think recording myself could help with that, but I'm not sure what specific things I should look for when reviewing the recordings.
When reviewing your recordings, focus on several key aspects: clarity of speech, accuracy of grammar and vocabulary, naturalness of intonation and rhythm, and your ability to respond appropriately to different prompts or questions. Listen for any recurring mistakes or areas where you hesitate, and consider why those moments were challenging. Were you unsure of the vocabulary? Did you struggle with pronunciation? By pinpointing these areas, you can target your practice more effectively. Additionally, it's helpful to celebrate small victories, such as successfully using a new phrase or expressing a complex idea. This positive reinforcement can keep you motivated. How do you usually motivate yourself when learning something challenging like a new language?
I try to set small, achievable goals, like learning a certain number of new words each week. It helps me stay focused and feel a sense of accomplishment. But sometimes, I get discouraged when I don't see immediate progress, especially in speaking.
It's completely natural to feel discouraged at times, especially with a skill as complex as language learning. Remember that progress can often be slow and nonlinear. To maintain motivation, try to mix in activities that you enjoy, like watching your favorite English movies or reading books you're interested in. Also, engaging with English-speaking communities, even online, can provide a sense of connection and purpose. Reflecting on your progress periodically and acknowledging how far you've come can also be incredibly motivating. It's all about finding a balance between challenging yourself and enjoying the learning process. How do you usually incorporate English into your daily life outside of structured practice sessions?
I try to incorporate English by listening to podcasts during my commute and reading news articles. Sometimes I even think in English to practice formulating sentences in my head. But I think I could do more to actively engage with the language.
That's a great start. Thinking in English is a particularly useful exercise because it helps train your brain to operate in the language. To take it further, you might try keeping a daily journal in English. Writing about your day, your thoughts, or even creative stories can enhance your vocabulary and help you practice constructing sentences. You could also try speaking to yourself out loud when you're alone, like describing your actions as you cook or narrating a task. These activities can help make English a more natural part of your daily routine. How comfortable do you feel with the idea of journaling or self-talk in English?
I like the idea of journaling. I used to keep a journal in my native language, so switching to English could be a good way to practice. Self-talk seems a bit awkward, but I can see how it would help with speaking fluency.
Journaling is an excellent way to develop your writing skills and organize your thoughts in English. It also provides a personal space to experiment with new vocabulary and expressions. As for self-talk, it might feel awkward at first, but it's a great way to practice speaking without the pressure of an audience. You can start with simple descriptions of your surroundings or what you're doing, and gradually move on to more complex topics. The key is to make these practices a regular part of your routine, so they become second nature. How often do you think you could incorporate these activities into your daily life?
I think I could start with journaling every night and try self-talk while doing chores. It's something I can fit into my schedule without too much difficulty. I'll also aim to join an online conversation club once a week.
That sounds like a solid plan. By integrating these activities into your daily routine, you'll create a consistent practice environment that can significantly boost your speaking skills. Remember to be patient with yourself and enjoy the process. Language learning is a journey, and every effort you make brings you closer to fluency. If you ever feel stuck or need further guidance, don't hesitate to reach out. How do you feel about your plan? And is there anything else you'd like to discuss or ask about?
I feel more confident with a concrete plan in place. I think this approach will help me improve steadily. Thank you so much for all the advice, Professor. It's been incredibly helpful and motivating.
You're very welcome, Simon. I'm glad to hear that you're feeling motivated and have a clear plan. Remember, the key is consistency and a positive attitude. Keep challenging yourself and don't be afraid to make mistakes. They're an essential part of the learning process. Best of luck with your English practice, and feel free to share your progress with me anytime. Have a great day.
Thank you, Professor. I'll definitely keep you updated. Have a great day too.
You're welcome. Keep up the great work, and remember, persistence is key. Looking forward to hearing about your progress.
The dialogue concludes with a comprehensive plan for Simon to enhance his English speaking skills. The professor emphasizes the importance of consistent practice, setting clear goals, and embracing the learning process without fear of making mistakes. Key strategies include joining online conversation clubs, engaging in role-playing exercises, journaling in English, and practicing self-talk. The conversation underscores the value of integrating English into daily routines and maintaining a positive attitude towards language learning. Simon leaves the discussion feeling motivated and equipped with practical tools to steadily improve his fluency. The core value of this dialogue lies in its actionable advice and encouragement, highlighting the significance of persistence and creativity in mastering a new language.
Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share to keep the English learning journey alive.